Cameroonian jollof can be confused with fried rice, especially with the color and the veggies. But just as we have Nigerian, Ghanaian, American, Italian, and whatsoever jollof all over the world, so too we do have Cameroonian jollof. So read the caption again very well before chasing me out of my own kitchen. Just give it a try and your mouth will never stop asking for more. Alright, let's get right into the video. I start by prepping all the ingredients I will be using for the cooking journey so everything will be smooth and faster. So in a bowl I pour in my meat, some salt to disinfect it and some hot water, but not too hot. And then I soak it in it and wash thoroughly. After washing the meat, I rinse it twice and I set it on my colander for it to drain out. I then set it on fire, add some salt, seasoning cube and onions without adding any water. When you must have steam and then boiled with the water in it, I will then pour in water for it to cook properly. As the meat is on fire, I then wash and dice my veggies. That is the green beans, the carrots, the leeks, the onions, the tomatoes, and the spices that I'll be using like ginger, garlic, and pepper. Here they are, very beautiful in their respective colors. I'll also be making use of tomato paste. By this time our meat is ready. I just lay it on the lid to cool for a while before I dice it as well. As the meat is cooling down, I then go in and wash my rice thoroughly till the water is really clean and very clear. After that, I dice the meat and I set it aside. So far, this is a show of everything we'll be needing for the rice apart from the seasoning. By this time, Audiio carried out its normal routine and there was a blackout, but that wasn't a hindrance anyway. So we put in oil in a pot. When it is heated, we put in our diced meat and fry for a moment. Later on, we introduce our onions and then fry as well until it is a little bit crispy and golden brown. When the onions are fried for a bit, the tomatoes are third on the list. We then introduce the diced tomatoes and the tomato paste and let them fry too for a while before adding in our rice. Toasting the rice a little bit is not a must. You can skip it if you like. But I love doing this in order to have a perfect result at the end, no matter the type of rice that I am using.
I go in with some salt, some crayfish seasoning, I stir for about 2 to 3 minutes, add in the meat stock, some boiled water, and the rest of the grind spice. I tasted and adjusted the seasoning, then comes in the meat, stir, and cover the pot to cook. It's been a while, let's check on our pot and see how far it has cooked. As you can see, the vapor does not allow us to see properly into the pot, but we are going to strive. The water has reduced greatly and I just have to like make in some holes so the water can descend to the bottom of the pot. At the same time, I put some water on the fire. I'll go in with some baking soda or bicarbonate for the green beans and the carrots and the leeks. By this time, all the water in our pot had dried. So I just close it back and then strain the green beans, the carrot, the leeks and rinse it with cold water. Although I did that behind camera. After doing it, I'm just going to put it into the pot of rice and turn off the flame, for we don't want our veggies to be soft. If you don't want to parboil your veggies, you can as well put it on top of the rice about 2 to 3 minutes before you turn out the flame. It will still be good to go. So whichever way you prefer, you have a perfect result. Can you see what we have? Doesn't it look appetizing? Isn't it something you can try? Please tell me you're going to try and give me your feedback. I'll be waiting in the comment section. This rice is so good. I'm just going to have a taste right now, and from every indication you will see that the children or my kids didn't let me be. They also wanted to have a taste because the aroma, the kitchen was so much smelling good.
seem so far